Hello, my name is Amy Christensen, and I am a student at Brigham Young University, Idaho. And I am currently enrolled in a Developing Worlds class where we each have our own country and we research and find things out about the country according to the Millennial Development Goals and how the country is doing and how it can be improved and where it's struggling and where it's doing really well. And it is currently the year 2015, which means the new Millennial Development Goals are just put in place. And this is my video response to explain how I feel about them and how my country, Benin, which is in West Africa, might be affected. And so the new goals for 2015 to 2030 are dignity to end poverty and fight inequality, people to ensure healthy lives, knowledge, and the inclusion of women and children, prosperity to grow a strong, inclusive, and transformative economy, planet to protect our ecosystems for all societies and our children, justice to promote safe and peaceful societies and strong institutions, and partnerships to catalyze global solidarity for sustainable development. And to me, in my opinion, what they're doing is they're taking from the past goals and just making them a little more broad instead of super specific. Like with poverty, it used to be $1.25 a day or less is they're in extreme poverty, but now they just want to end it completely, which is awesome. But I feel like it's really broad, and with so many diverse countries and the different cultures and the different things that they go through every day, it's a little too broad. I think they're going a little too fast in how to help these countries. Specifically, I feel like the UN with these 5 big nations are making these goals to help these smaller countries, and they don't live in these smaller countries. All they do is you research and observe and look at numbers. But in my experience, I feel like the people should come before the numbers, and they can help better explain what the numbers mean. Because we don't really understand completely what they go through each and every day, and to make these goals, I think they need to be specific. We need to find the general things that go together in a lot of different countries and fix those and help the countries become more independent in solving their own problems by helping them solve these huge ones, and then they can go and attack the smaller problems that they face. Like if we help them build up their ecosystems and help them learn different traits and help them with their education, then they can help solve the problem with littering in their country or things like that build up to these big problems. And so something that I wanted to talk about was how the past millennial goals helped Benin specifically with child mortality. The biggest cause of child mortality in Benin is malaria, and it is a very prevalent disease because Benin is on the coast and majority of the population lives by water, and still water brings mosquitoes, and these certain types of mosquitoes bring malaria. And so in 2001, 7% of children in Benin had the mosquito nets that protect against the malaria mosquitoes. And with the help of the new Millennial Development Goals against child mortality and the research and the micro-learning ideas that have come in, there's now 71% of kids are protected by a mosquito net every night, and that helped prevent malaria. And that was a big cause of children 5 or younger to die. And it also helped with health care for maternal health. There is so many different foundations that will help now with maternal health, which will help with child mortality as well. Majority of children that die are neonatal, so they aren't even born yet, and it's mostly from malnutrition for the women. And so with these different health centers, they're able to help women that are anemic or have hemorrhaging or have gone through female genital mutilation to help them better take care of themselves, to help their children. It also helps their children when they're born to have better immune systems and to be healthier. And so that's something that the Millennial Development Goals in post 2015, or sorry, pre-2015 have helped with Benin. And something that, like I said before, how I feel like the new goals are a little too broad. Benin elementary education is free in Benin, and so majority of kids will go to elementary education, but everything above is so expensive. And so how Benin is affected in that way is that children will most likely, especially girls, will not go to higher education because it is too expensive and their families find it more productive that they can help with the farming and producing to have that living instead of them like having a hard time to live, sending them to education. And I feel like a millennial development goal that would be really beneficial to not just Benin but many other countries is helping them get to higher education and finding ways to get past elementary education. 80% of women in Benin from ages 15 to 49 are illiterate, and that is because of they stop after elementary education, and they heavily even don't even finish their elementary education because their parents find it pointless or too hard to get them to carry on in their education. There's so much more that we can do to help these countries, and especially Benin. It is a small in size, but it is great in spirit, and there's amazing people there that we can help and benefit as we are more specific in goals. And I'm grateful for the country we live in and that we can do these things. So let's fight for these smaller countries and help them to become more developed so that they can have these things that, like fresh water and education, that we are able to have every single day. So, yep, thank you.